you like to have unlimited iron in Minecraft? In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a massive iron farm. It produces stacks of iron using 50 villagers, 50 beds, and 50 workstations. I built it all in my live stream on Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore. So let's get started. Now, iron is going to be one of the most important resources in Minecraft. Whether you're crafting tools, making armor, building beacons, you always need iron, but mining for iron could be slow, and that is where an iron farm will come in handy. Imagine having unlimited iron automatically generated while you focus on other projects. Now, this design is massive. It uses 50 villagers and 50 beds to maximize the efficiency. Why 50, you say? Because every 10 villagers in Minecraft mechanics allows for 1 iron golem to spawn. The more villagers you have, the faster it produces iron. I'll take you step by step through the process, from planning and building and making it fully operational. Now, what's great about this farm, it is not just effective, it is also flexible. You can customize the look, expand it, or even transform it into a trading hall. My version may not win any beauty contest, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build your own. So let's just dive in. Choosing the right location for an iron farm is crucial. It needs to be far enough away from other villages or beds to avoid interfering with spawning mechanism. Here, I found the perfect spot. An open area with plenty of space to work with. This will give us flexibility to build a large and efficient farm. As I look around, you can see the landscape we'll be working with. Plenty of space to scale the farm as needed. To ensure maximum efficiency, we need to align our farm with Minecraft's chunk system. What you are seeing here is a layout of the chunks in this area. The center chunk, labeled main chunk, is where the most of the action will take place. Let's break it down. Let's number the chunks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These numberings will help us plan and execute the build. Now that the chunks are mapped out, we'll focus entirely on the main chunk. This is the core of the farm. Everything else will revolve around it. Now, chunks in Minecraft are 16 by 16 blocks. They are used to load and process the game mechanics, like mob spawning. By building an iron farm in the center of the chunk, we make sure the mechanics work as efficiently as possible. Each chunk is loaded independently, so aligning the farm ensures that iron golem spawns only in the designated area, avoiding accidental spawns elsewhere. The surrounding chunks don't need to be filled with anything specific. They just act like a buffer to make sure the system runs smoothly. With our chunks mapped out, it's time to find the exact center of the main chunk. This is where the heart of the farm will be. I have used the diagram to calculate the exact block, and now I'll mark it as our starting point. Once this is set, everything else will be built around it. With the center block marked, the planning is complete. We're now ready to start building the iron farm, step by step. First step, from the center block, count to 15. On the 15th block, put a block down. Go to the other side and count to 15 blocks there as well. When you've done this, you'll have an outline of the walls. So let's start building walls. Yeah, this took some time. I'll speed it up for you. Now, let's just start building. First we chop some trees, then we do some building, then we do some more building, and another building. We're gonna actually do 3 rows of this in total. So we need a lot of wood, so we chop some trees again, and we keep on building. Well, at the end, this is what it's gonna look like. Now we have 15 blocks out from the center on each side. We have a wall around 3 high. Next step, let's cut some sheep because we made a sheep farm earlier. Now we need a lot of sheep because we need 50 beds, and each bed costs 3 wool. And you need more wood to make the beds as well. So we keep chopping. And cut some more sheep again. Next step, we gotta take out the floor. We'll go 1 down and we'll just mine it all. Oh my god. Next, we make a grid underneath the floor. We're gonna make holes 4 by 4 blocks wide. And in these holes, we're gonna put lights. Take a look. In these holes, we're gonna put lights. I'm gonna speed it up for you again. When all the lights are in, let's finish up the floor. We use slabs. And we are done! The next step in building an iron farm is gathering villagers. Now I had a couple of villagers close by to work with, so I didn't have to go far. I used boats, and I carefully transported each villager one by one or two in a boat. It was slow work, but trust me, it was worth the effort. Pro tip, make sure to clear obstacles along the way. Boats can be tricky. When you got some villagers, give them a lot of bread. With the villagers breeding and the population growing, it's time to set the first layer of beds. These beds will sit on a platform just above the villagers. Each bed represents a home for a villager, and they are essential for the farm to work properly. I placed the beds in rows, making sure they're aligned evenly to maximize space. This layer in total will hold 44 beds, providing enough capacity for the villagers to grow the farm. It might look simple, but these beds are the best foundation for the iron farm's efficiency. I know I've said 50 beds, and we'll take care of those 6 last underground later. The end result should look something like this. If you want to double check, see if you have 44 beds. With the first layer of beds in place, the next step is to build a roof above them. This roof serves 2 important purposes. It prevents hostile mobs from spawning on the beds, and it provides a space above where the iron golems will eventually spawn. I carefully placed blocks to create a solid, even roof, ensuring it extends far enough to cover all 44 beds. It's crucial to leave no gaps, as a gap could interfere with the spawn mechanism. This roof is the base for the spawning platform that comes next. Now that the first roof is complete, it's time to extend the platform to finish up the spawn area for the iron golem. First, I added an additional layer, extending it 4 blocks out from the previous roof over the beds. Once that layer is done, I raised the platform 1 block up and extended it 4 more blocks outward. This slight elevation is crucial for setting up the water flow correctly later, guiding the golems into the kill chamber without any issues. Finally, I built the boundary around the edge of the platform to keep the water contained and prevent it from spilling over. Small last steps, light it up, and you're pretty much done. For the kill chamber, we're going to place lava overhead. You shouldn't really use wood, as I have done for this part. I took some time and replaced some of it with stone, just to make sure the wood doesn't burn. And now it's time to prepare the kill chamber by placing signs that will hold the lava later. Signs are perfect for this because they block lava while allowing the iron golems to pass through. Starting at the base of the chamber, I carefully placed signs in a grid, ensuring there were no gaps. Each sign is connected to the next, forming a stable surface that will contain the lava perfectly. This step might seem small, but it's one of the most critical parts to make perfect. If there is only one single mistake, the lava could flow through and ruin up the setup. Once the signs are in place, I double check everything and make sure the structure is ready for the next step. It's always better to take a moment to review it now rather than fixing problems later. With the signs complete, the kill chamber is almost done. Just add the lava as the next step, and then the system will be operational. Take your time, do this slowly. Watch this again and again if you have to. At the end, this is what it's going to look like. Before setting up the water flow for the farm, we need an infinite water source. It's very simple. Just place water in each corner and voila! You got infinite water in the middle. With the kill chamber ready for lava, I had to set out on a long journey to find some. Unfortunately, there wasn't any lava nearby, so I had to travel quite far. Lava is one of Minecraft's most vulnerable resources. Did you know that you can also smelt 100 items from 1 bucket of lava? It's an incredible fuel source if you ever need to smelt a lot of things. Now, I knew that I've seen lava on the way here. I mean, when I found my base, when I finally found my home, I had already been to 4 villages, and one of them had 2 blacksmiths, so I was searching that one. But where is it? But since I'm already out, I'll just pick up anything I can on the way. As I was searching, I couldn't help noticing how much of a variety Minecraft's terrain has to offer. Exploring far from your base is always a reminder of how expansive this game can be. From forest to mountains, you never know what you're going to find on trips like this. Along my way, I had to cross a river, a mountain, keeping my eye out for that telltale glow of lava. So after searching far and wide for lava, I stumbled upon an old village that I visited before. It was a familiar village. I remembered something crucial. There is a blacksmith house there. I even thought there was going to be 2. Blacksmiths in Minecraft, they always have lava source right next to their forge. It's one of the easiest ways to get lava without having to dig or explore caves. And sure enough, there it was. A single block of lava just waiting for me to be scooped up. It's moments like this that remind me of how useful villages could be. From resources like lava to loot in their chests and everything else they're worth checking for, I filled my bucket and took a final look around, feeling a bit nostalgic as I left the village behind. With lava in hand, I just started my journey back home. It's funny how even a simple trip like this can turn into a little adventure. Now let's get this lava into a kill chamber and finish up the farm. Now it's finally time to place the lava in the kill chamber. Carefully. I'll pour it over the signs, just like that. The kill chamber is now ready to take down iron golems. With the kill chamber set up, the next step is to add water to the spawning platform. Water is essential for pushing the iron golems into kill chamber efficiently. Starting from the corners, I apply buckets of water with a steady flow towards the center. Back and forth with my infinite water source, I have to pick it up, and I got 3 buckets to do this. So it'll take some time. It's painful, but do it slow. This process will take a while. But with speed up, you can see the entire platform coming together smoothly. Once all the water is in place, the spawning system is complete and ready to start generating golems. And would you look at that? We are done. Iron golems are spawning, and they're flowing down into the kill chamber, into the hopper, and down into my chest. We made it! And here it is, the finished farm in all its glory. From the outside you can see the spawning platforms, the kill chamber, and all the structuring working seamlessly. Inside, the villagers are settled in. They're breeding, they're ready to keep up the farm running at full capacity. This setup doesn't only produce massive amounts of iron, it also lays the foundation for something bigger and better. I'm gonna make a trading hall out of this with all of these villagers. I can turn this farm into a trading powerhouse, offering everything from the best enchantment books to emeralds and everything. This is just the beginning of what this farm can do.